welcome to Lego Fluff and Fold. So here I am, right in the middle. I got nobody. I just sent out the invites. I got my internal chat shows the dancing chickens. I don't know what else I'm missing here. I'm going to open the external chat, the pop-out chat from YouTube, because I don't trust it. Trust what's going on here. I'm trying to find it. There it is. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, I got it. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is Hoosier. This stuff is not showing up on my internal chat. Yeah, it didn't show up. I don't even know how to. Dang. Oh, go on in, Titanium.
Hello
Glad
there.
to have you. Apparently, Chris has super chatted me. What's up, brother? From another brick, Hoosier, Chad. Hello. I got two chats open now because apparently the super chats don't show up on the StreamYard. So everybody, that's what we know now. What's up with you, Titanium?
Not much. I got less than a week until I leave for college.
What are you doing there? What's that now? What?
That's a little mock I made. I'm almost finished with it, but the door frames haven't come yet. So I have a nice bag of doors here.
That's a nice bag of doors you got.
And then I've got the rest of it. It's supposed to be modular compatible, which is ironic because I don't have any modulars.
You do now. I saw that, Hoosier. Guess what? No, we're I'm live. Oh goodness, that's sharp. That's sharp, man. That is sharp.
Yeah. It's gonna be one of the few things I actually take with me because I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to take, but it's probably not gonna be too much.
Yeah.
The other day, I made a bunch of Bricklink orders, and the other day, this guy came.
That
calculator.
Yep, from Batman 2. Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said 2. Well, that's cool. Yeah, but maybe I'll stay on later. Who knows? Look at that.
Yeah.
It's a nice pink shaft you have there, sir.
Hello, dude, Jude. And everyone else in the chat as well.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So, once I do get to college, I'm not sure how many streams I'm going to be able to join.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, there's that. But, hey, that usually happens as we lose people to college all the times.
Yeah. I mean, even if I can join, the camera probably won't be on. But I'll try and make an appearance as much as possible.
Well, at least your hand, anyway. Listen, I won't ever be offended, but I understand. College first, and then when you get done with college, you can come back and play with us. I'll still be doing the same thing. Because why not? So I just been sorting, but I guess you knew that.
Yeah, I've been cleaning, trying to make the room relatively clean.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Hoosier and Chris right now in the chat, but Oh, wait, a nudge. So why are you cleaning it up if you're leaving a mess?
I'm trying to keep it like somewhat clean. I mean, it's not going to be clean, but
yeah. There goes that hand again. Is that your favorite emoji?
Honestly, I don't even use emojis.
Ah, oh, I understand now. Hoosier and Chris, you guys are gonna stay out there. Chad, you like coming in? Hmm? Oh, cool. I'm having a text complex tape for all your sticky needs. There you go.
Yeah, Flex tape, the super strong waterproof tape that can instantly patch, bond, seal, and repair. It's no ordinary tape. Triple thick adhesive virtually welds itself to the surface, instantly sealing the toughest leaks.
Yeah.
Works underwater, works on boats.
There you go. Can I just hold that up for me? Nobody can see it now. Yep. That'd be great if you did, Chris. Love to have you in here. Oh, look at there.
What up?
Now you get to point at the flex tape.
Oh, I knew I'd miss
No,
it.
down the banner of the flex tape. There it is. Yeah, and then I'll point over here to the flex tape. There we go. All right, everybody's done on board. Yay! It's Scott from Dave's Toys.
What's happening?
Oh, there you go.
What's up, the Hoosh?
What's going on?
It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm late. Whatever.
Yeah, what's with that? I've been sitting around going, man, I see this Lego fluff and fold stuff going on, and it's just nothing's happening.
This ain't gonna be nothing compared to next week, folks.
Oh.
You know what happens next week, right?
Well,
in 6 days. In 6 days. 6 days. Let me see. Yeah. Nope. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday is my 5-year anniversary on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube. I thought you were going to say your 5-year anniversary. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I got married in 13.
That's one thing you better get right, sir.
Oh yeah, you just got to give me a minute for the math. It's yeah, I'm cloudy. I don't even know how long have I been married this time.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
I guess I better start the math now too, since my anniversary is next month.
There you go. You better.
Hey, mine too.
Hey, all right.
Exactly 1 month away. 9/18 is our anniversary.
Nice.
We got married in 2010. So
Mine's
this is our 9 year.
What, Hoosh?
Mine's 9/13.
9/13. Sweet.
Yeah. Hey. Hello.
Chris says that's cool. That will be my 2-week anniversary. Congratulations, brother.
2 weeks. Nice. And Jesse Brickfinger says, pointy finger. And Chris says he's probably coming, Hoosier.
Oh, okay.
I think it's something to do with you loving him a long time. That's why he's coming.
Nice.
Wow.
The things you got to do to pull an audience.
I'm just so proud of myself right now. You don't even know. But yeah, next week probably going to start right after H&B. Try and go a couple hours, maybe 3. Doubt it.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Anything special?
Not for I don't. Maybe poly bags, like giving away poly bags. Yeah. Hey, if you guys haven't seen Mike B's video, Mike B put a video out. Yeah. So definitely go do that. I don't even remember what I was gonna say. That looks like a party right here.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. Party time.
Yeah. So what have you been doing all day, Dwayne?
What?
So what have you been doing all day?
Well, first, Oh, you don't, Dave from Scott's Toys. Do you know? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Go ahead.
Have you ever heard of the Bricksmith Does a Thing?
I do.
I did.
I do know that you've put those things up there. I have a horrible backlog, but I did just watch your very first A Bricksmith Does a Thing today.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's how far back behind I am. I'm like,
yeah, that's what I was
week
doing
and a
3
half.
weeks ago. So just skip
Nope.
those and just watch. Yeah, absolutely. That what he said. Let it pull up first. God,
Oh, thanks, Chad.
it is so slow. Yeah, and also Titanium has something up there, right? What is that?
Oh, yeah.
Titanium?
That's
the,
a winning mock.
Yeah, that's the winning Vulture Droid.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
that was my son. So for our 700, we did a snake mock building contest, and Titanium J entered. And it was my son, completely picking who he thought the winners were. And Titanium's was one of the ones that really impressed him.
Very good.
And I can see why.
Well, me too. Yeah. Yeah. That's excellent. Yeah, I don't. Oh. All right. Right while you're blowing your nose.
What's up, Brian?
Hello. How we doing, everyone? What's going on?
It's okay. How are you doing? Have
Oh,
you got any rest back from your hell of a weekend? I watched the video, and all I saw was you bending over. That had to be murder.
It was a lot, but it was very fun and very rewarding and very exhausting in a lot of ways. But it was very fun. It absolutely, and I'm not kidding when I say it. It wasn't the same without the Philly Brickfest crew, you guys included. I know you guys would be there if you could, but the vibe wasn't the same. But it was still good.
Yeah,
but
we try and do. We try and do.
It's a certain energy that I felt was missing. But
well, we are.
there's that too.
Look at there, Hoosh. Are you proud of me? All right.
Well, at least we had Dave there. So Dave, out of all of us here, he was there. So
It did make it.
it was fun.
And here's the trick. Here is what I personally want. Is
Okay.
I want everyone at hashtag all the shows.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Right.
I'm not saying that's a feasible goal, but
It's not.
we can at least talk about it.
Yeah.
Right.
We can,
I think most people would agree that if they could, they would love to go to hashtag all the shows.
hashtag all the shows. Yeah.
Yeah. But
It's not there. You little snotty.
yeah, you just gotta clear the sinuses. I want to make sure that you can hear me properly when I'm in the Pink Bucket Nation room here. So,
Yeah.
it's been a minute. How are you, Julian?
Oh man, I'm here.
Good. I've seen the little updates, and I'm like, you better not leave me yet. We just got started, Julian. You can't leave me yet, man.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I'm just going to be uncomfortable while I'm here.
Right. Well, I mean, it's better than the alternative. So
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get. So
How many are going to Philly? Chris says. Until I'm told otherwise, my plan is still to do it. However, because of actions beyond my control, I don't know how much leave time I will have during said month of April. Scott,
Hashtag all the shows.
there you go. Scott says he's in.
I'm going to skip Philly and do Chicago.
Oh,
that's a good plan.
Ooh.
That's a good plan.
I will probably see you at Chicago then.
there you go.
Or
Titanium.
Bama if I make my way down to Bama.
You need to listen. I need Dave in Bama.
Dave's going to try to be in Bama.
All right. What did you say, Titanium?
I'm most definitely gonna make it to Chicago,
There you go.
but probably not Philly. It's too far out of my way, and also during my school year. So, wish I could make it to Philly though.
No,
People have requested me to go to Alabama already. Some people are asking if I'm going to go. So I may be obligated to go and help with the Brick Fair shenanigans once again.
Yeah.
But we shall see. You know,
You do know there is going to be a strong group of Philly showgoers.
and you know that is like a
that
good.
are-
That's a good percentage of why I would go. Honestly, you
Yeah.
know.
There's going
So
to be a lot of us that go to Philly that are going to hit Bama.
right.
Uh,
That's
I'm-
what I've
I'm
heard
going
through the grapevine.
I'm going to be I am going to be sad for the ones that are going to have to miss it because of distance. But I understand.
Well, most of you are the South anyway, so going to Alabama is better than Philly in general, right?
As far as mileage is concerned, yeah, I think it's only going to be 13 hours for Haley instead of 24.
Which is a lot better financially and exhaustion wise, and yeah,
And for me, it's 5 instead of 17.
right. That's a lot better.
But like I said, the only point of Philly for me is the family.
Right. And if you can get that family just a little bit closer and a little bit cheaper in your books, then you know, hey,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Plus-
understandable.
Plus, just like you said, I want us to make and not what Hoosier's saying, Bama the new Philly, but I want to make Bama another Philly.
Right.
Because I want to take that family and love and mindset, and I want to infuse all of these people who are on Flickr and not doing YouTube and just hanging out with their lug. And I want to show them that there's a global scale that they should and need to be a part of, because all we truly have is love. So let's do it.
Right. So, was there anything about the show Philly Brickfest specifically, other than it just being in Philadelphia, that was bringing you there, or you know?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for me specifically,
As this turns into an interview with all of you.
yeah.
Oops.
So in 2014, they did a show in Philly. They did the first Philly Brickfest. And we saw some YouTubers that were close with Chad Collins, and they were going and being part of it and doing it. And then they flash forward to 15. We had a handful more YouTubers go up there because Chad started YouTube on Your Creative Friends and then moved his way into the show life. And so as we're sitting there watching them on their Red Brick District night, Saturday night,
Right.
at home, you could just taste it in everybody's mouths. They're like, these are my YouTube people. I need to be with them. I'm missing it, and it sucks out loud. And then it went from like 10 YouTubers in 15. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. To I think we had 75 the next year, and then it got bigger. Then it got bigger. Then it got bigger, and that's where we're at now. Is that yeah? But because of life,
Of course.
there may not be 2 shows, and for me personally, and I may have to just go to the close one.
So it's about the people, obviously.
Yeah.
But would there be anything about the shows that would bring you to one over the other than distance? Like, is there other like stuff to do? Like,
From what I can see from Alabama, or from the Brick Fair, Alabama,
right.
and what I've experienced through Brick Fest, they are very, very. I'm speaking of Brick Fair, Alabama, and Philly Brick Fest. As far as mocks and people and things, they're very close on par as far as numbers and all that stuff. It's simply I want to get more shows for me. And again, 12-hour difference in the drive.
Right.
And all my friends are going to be in Alabama.
So what I'll say, and Dave, you were there, so maybe you can enlighten on like how you felt about the vibe, because we didn't really talk about it. We didn't really talk that much in general, which I felt very disappointing. We got to change that in future. But
Yep.
the vibe at Brick Fair was a lot different from Chicago, very different from Philly Brickfest. And I want to know, at least for you, Dave, like how do you feel about like Brick Fair to comparison to the other shows, and how, like what's your favorite show? Because I feel like you go to a couple of these, it seems like.
I have this year. I've been to 3 so far.
That's pretty lofty.
Yep, I went to Philly, Chicago, and Brick Fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost interesting. So I think Philly was 100% all about some groups of people getting together to hang out, spend that time together.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, I would say, would be the opposite end of that spectrum, to where, yes, there were some people there, but that was definitely all about the mocks, all about the building experience and kind of honoring the brick, I felt.
Sure.
And then Brick Fair, I feel like, kind of floated right in between the two, where it had some more groups of people, not quite as large of a community as I think Philly did, but it had multiple smaller communities of people that were coming together to be together and hang out, but also was still very mock and Lego focused. So it was kind of like the full spectrum across the 3 of them is how I felt.
Right. And I got that vibe too. And what I mean by, Julian, you were very much missed. I view you, the type of person you are this massive like bridge between lots of realms of people. And I saw, like you said, Dave, there's a lot of like groups and a lot of different vibes going on and whatnot. But like Julian, you're like, all right, we're gonna tie one end here, and like let's bridge this, let's connect this all here, and like connect people more so, because Virginia, there was so much to do outside of the convention, where like that location with the hotel, and then you got like all these different places just within a 10-minute driving distance. It was you had so much stuff to do, and on top of the amount of people there and the amount of mocks there, it felt like that was one of the more balanced shows, and it left more to do than to just, okay, let's hang around the convention center. And I know Philly has that place that's located right near there, the Good Times place. That's a thing.
Yeah.
How much was near there otherwise, and I don't know. I really like the vibe of Virginia. I just wish there was more like bridging of realms, and maybe I didn't really get to know a lot of people until like the final 2.5 days, where I'm like, okay, here I am, because I'm not working. But I don't know. That's how I felt about the experience. Bridges were needed.
Yeah. And then you got this right here. YouTubers don't belong in Chicago. Chris, I believe they belong everywhere.
Well, that is the correct answer. Yes.
Yeah. Because and here's the thing is that's just not something Chris has come up with out of his head. He's been in the community for a dozen years.
Right.
He's seen, he knows where he feels accepted. And I believe things have it on good authority that Brick World Chicago will be inundated next year with way more love and compassion from what I've been told.
So why is the stigma there that you like? What, first of all, what's like YouTubers? Okay, what does that mean? B, why are they not welcome? And C, what can happen to change that? Because in my opinion, we're all fans of this toy made for children.
Yeah.
So that I think would be enough to, all right, we're all a bunch of nerds here. Let's just accept it and go get some Portillos and call it a night. Like, I don't know why that.
Because in the world, and this is, I'm going to jump in again.
Sure.
In the world, there is always going to be backbiting. There's always going to be folks that are on the outs with each other. There's going to be things that are made up. I mean, tell me the gaming communities.
Oh, 100%. I fly under the radar of all that as much as I can. And I'm like, I try to be as open and honest and loving of people that deserve it. And if you're going to be a jerk, goodbye. If you're going to be cool, all right, let's give it a shot, see what happens.
Yeah. Chris says, yes, that's the way it should be, but it's not.
So,
and he's right, it's not. But whether I can make it to all the shows, or you guys hear my voice and hopefully y'all go to the closest show, or you can go as many shows as possible, or whatever it takes. I feel like with the love and compassion that we have in this little clique of the Lego community on YouTube, are you all right, Dave? Dave,
Just dropping some Lego.
Dave, are you okay?
I'm safe.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
I would hope and want to hope to dream that one day we can be an all-inclusive Lego community online.
I would like to think so too. Of course.
No better word. There you go, right there.
There it is.
There it is.
So do you think part of that is because it skews young and we're old by comparison?
No, because even there's a generation beyond me. I'm okay. So you guys may or may not know, Brooks O'Brien is one generation underneath me in age. However, but in love of Lego and free flowing love, we're in the same generation. But the guys that are a generation ahead of me, they play on the Flickr.
I don't understand that.
I'm
dead.
I'm
It's
young
gone.
Flickr.
What? We need to move on. Come on, guys.
But here's the thing: some of the most prolific builders in the community are on Flickr.
Which is dumb.
Chicago.
That's dumb. No, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
That's just that almost ensures that you don't want new eyes on your creations because you're putting your content on a dead platform that isn't even being supported properly by Yahoo, who owns them. And why wouldn't you want this masterpiece of art to be on as many eyeballs as possible, whether posting on Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, Tumblr, even whatever?
I don't subscribe to all the platforms, new and old, but I don't. Not for 1 second am I against. I got it in the Discord. I ran from it, but I got in it.
Yeah. Yeah, Discord is one thing. I mean, when you post on the Lego subreddit, there's 100,000 people on there who could scroll by your stuff, and some of the most amazing stuff I see on that subreddit. I'm not going to go out of my way to search stuff up on Flickr because it's 2019, almost 2020. We're in a new decade almost. Like, come on, we gotta. So and then what happens when Flickr goes away? And then all these people who build amazing stuff, it's just all right, they're gone.
Wait to chat. Hold up, Chandler. The catch up. There we go. Maybe they don't want to deal with the drama and boy.
Hey, listen, but there's a difference between engaging in comments and hearing like, oh, you didn't build this thing correctly, and you can always turn the comments off or don't look at them or whatever you want. But if people are going to shows and displaying what they created, they want eyeballs on it. And if they didn't, well, then they wouldn't be on Flickr in the first place or wherever. And yeah, you're right, Bricksomniac. Reddit doesn't like anyone. Trust me. Oh, I'm fully aware. I posted the Slow King you see behind me on the subreddit, and one of the moderators was like, "Oh, is that made out of Mega Blocks? We can't see the Lego logo on the bricks." And I'm like, "Shut up! It's obviously Lego. Why would I post it on the subreddit?" Anyway, so exactly, they can be very antsy, but you're going to create something. You want eyeballs on it, so why not at least give it a shot? Like, I mean, that goes into like how they are as a person and how they deal with those type of comments, and I deal with it because I am who I am, and it's a whole that's a can of worms.
But I sat there and I went around to everyone in Alabama in January when I went, and I said, "Are you on Instagram or YouTube?" And I got 95% no. I had a 16-year-old kid go, "No, they make fun of me at school for my Lego love." And I'm like, well, that's dumb.
You know how many people would love you by posting on Instagram on this hobby that you absolutely love? And how many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people would be accepting of you? Yep. We live in an age where you can be into literally like anything that isn't like crazy. And you'll be like, oh yeah, you'll find your little niche somewhere, whatever size it is. Like that's the power of the internet right there.
Here comes a big one. As soon as it catches up, I'll put it up on the big screen for us, Chris. There we go.
I will say, just to kind of add on to that a little bit, though, that concept of like, yeah, there's lots of love to be had out there and everything. I will say that you're also going to hit those few bad eggs as well. And those few bad eggs, right, especially when you're in that 16-year-old age or in your teens anywhere, honestly. You have that one or two people that are overly critical, and it's really hard to be able to ignore that.
And I think that takes a certain understanding of the way people operate as people, because you have to get into the mindset or understand, like, well, why is this person trying to take me down as a human being? Like, you're just being a negative person. Well, what happened to you in your life that you're going to randomly trash my Lego creation as a stranger on the internet? Your opinion's not valid, so whatever.
And I don't disagree, but at that age, you just don't think that way.
That's the unfortunate thing, and I think it takes people like us to like talk about that sort of thing to that younger generation, the younger audience. That's what I do in my videos, like to say like it's not your fault that other people are stupid. It's other people's fault that they're stupid and they were raised the way they were. And what Chris said earlier about YouTubers not belonging, that is the most asinine piece of words to be in a sentence I've heard in a long time, because they could easily be a YouTuber by signing up for a YouTube account. And I mean, there's a stigma obviously around being like a YouTuber, a content creator. People ask me what I do, and they're like, all right, you're one of those YouTubers. And they think like, oh, I'm going to shill out my audience for all the money and like do advertisement deals and be obnoxious and blah, blah, blah. But it's not that at all. It's just not even a little bit.
Dude, these are some of the we did get real deep. Go ahead, read that one for me.
You want me to read that one?
Yeah, read that one for me, bro.
Okay, so from Capital City Bricks, here's how I feel. You don't pay my mortgage or bills. If you don't like what I post, don't look. It's a shame that kids are bullied online, period, let alone for loving Lego. Hello, by the way, LOL. Well, hello, by the way, LOL as well. Yeah, I mean, the fact that there's even like subdivisions within this super nerdy thing is just amazing. I that's what I couldn't piece together when I get it piece because of Lego. When I was working, doing the brick show thing, and people were being so negative and just toxic and in the comments, and I'm like, why are you do it like it? Which is why I try to fly under the radar again as much as I possibly can. Do I always succeed? Of course not, because that's just the nature of the beast. But
well, here's what I'm doing, and I kept doing this YouTube and Instagram thing for my friends that liked me and wanted to see what I was up to, and that's where I'm at now. And I'm sticking around with it, but like I want to push the love. Take the Lego love to as many folks as can, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just off topic, whatever. I don't know. By the way, just real quick, we have a Brick Revolution sighting in the chat. He's all about that, and I'm glad he's here.
There we go.
Right. Yeah, I'm getting folks out to woodwork. That's great.
That's good. We're having some good conversation right here.
Good time. Good time. Hoosier, are you still alive?
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Okay. Do you care?
That I'm still alive? Yeah.
No. I didn't offend you, did I? I hate Hoosiers hashtag, by the way.
What hashtag?
The one, Bama's the new Philly. I hate that one.
It's the truth, buddy.
Listen, are Holland and Ballin going to be in Bama?
Unfortunately, they're not.
Bubba and Kelly?
Don't know yet.
Well, therefore, with Holland and Ballin not being there, it can't be the new. See, Revolution, you ruin shit. Anyway.
Anyways.
Them are some good breaks you got there, Julian.
Huh?
There were some fast breaks that you had.
Yeah.
It was like 100 miles an hour and stopped on a dime.
Yeah. Well,
going back to what Chris said about the YouTubers not belonging there.
Yeah.
Just this year at Philly, I heard one of the Lug members say, I don't even know why we do this. We can't beat them.
Beat who? At what?
Us, the YouTubers.
At what?
At Philly.
Having a good time?
At Philly. No, well, when we build stuff, we're a unit. we're the biggest lug that shows up anywhere.
Right, because you all get along and you're on a team. Like you all
Yeah.
are chill.
And
Like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
but here's the thing: when you're 15 or 20 strong on a lug that is local, it pisses you off when you built something that's all right. Real quick, you don't know this, but here I'm going to show this to you.
Okay.
This castle beat Game of Thrones last year.
And you know why? Because it embodies, in my opinion, what Lego is. It's incredibly creative. You're working with what you have, and there's obviously something to creating a massive castle with a dragon and whatever else you do.
Mhm.
But that's clearly like a level above what most people going to these shows during the public days are ever going to even fathom in their lives. So what that castle is something they can relate to and think, oh, that's cool. I could do that.
Yeah.
And that's what people want to see.
But here's the thing, though. I am not confused about my abilities. My friends helped me win.
Mhm.
That was voted for as the people that were at the show.
Sure.
And our group had more numbers. But yeah, there you go. It's not a competition. He's so confused. Yeah, that awards. It was nice to win, but the awards, like I would have been fine. I didn't get too sick over it when I lost last year.
Yeah, and even if you have other people voting for your stuff, there's power in numbers, and if out of your group, there's still how many more people that aren't in your group? Yeah, and they could be filled with up, and you never know.
Yeah,
but
that's weapon.
There's so many more people that aren't in your unit, a part of the unit, and then why didn't they vote for Game of Thrones? Why didn't that? You know what I mean? So there's something to that too. And all these awards obviously mean nothing at all. They don't mean anything, clearly. But when you have an award and you win it, you're like, oh, that's cool. And it is very cool that they get to meet up in person, and that's what they do for a lot of gaming shows. All these events like TwitchCon and VidCon, they all meet up too, and it's a whole big thing.
And I'm glad we have an outlet for it, and I love the fact that we have an outlet here on the YouTubes. That makes my day.
Yeah, totally.
I'm glad people actually show up every week to see me, and I'm sure Hoosier is too. You do it for the community, don't you, Hoosier?
Yes, sir.
Scott, you do it for the community, don't you? Scott?
Sorry, work related.
Okay.
I do it for I go to the events 100% for the people. I mean, the mocks are cool, but honestly, like, I can spend a lot less money and look at them online, right? I mean, I can look up pictures of these people's mocks. I can see them on Instagram. I can go to their YouTube channels and look at what it is that they've created. The thing that I can't get by doing any of that is the social interaction with all those people.
Yeah.
And that's why I go.
Absolutely.
And what Brick Revolution was saying, so the people who aren't in an area where they have access to a lug shouldn't build. I mean, that I could see that being the vibe, the precedent that was set by these other people, but obviously not. People are going to build if they can build and want to build. And it's obviously, it's for networking as well. I did a lot of networking in Brick Fair. Kevin A. Hinkle being the ultimate, hey, meet this person, go ahead. So that was the entire, basically, weekend for me, especially coming off of who I am and, how involved or not involved I am in the community and my previous work experience and all that. It's like, oh, hey, Brian's cool. Here you go. Bye. So that was the whole big thing there.
Yeah.
You take somebody like Chris, who takes the layout that he takes, or Haley that takes the layout that she takes, or BR who takes the baseball stadium. They're not in a lug. They don't have access to lug bulk. They don't have lug support.
But they're bringing displays as big as entire lugs would.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's an individual. Yeah. Yeah.
And so why not team up instead of, creating more borders? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. So
then again, I'm not a creator in that way. So I don't know
Oh, don't lie to yourself. You're a creator. You just don't know it yet.
Well, if I had all the
And I'm talking about a Lego. I'm talking about a Lego creator.
Right. If I were given a ton of pieces, I feel like I could make something really cool. I have multiple ideas, obviously, that requires more space, more time, more money. But, you know.
Jim Blade's here.
Oh, boy. The hot takes coming in.
I'm waiting for that big one to come on my so I can post it. Oh, God. The chat is my
BR says, well, I could go to my lug meetings, but I just haven't made it to one yet, and I don't know how big they are.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I'm in a lug, and I ain't made one meeting, so.
I attempted to reach out to the lug in my area. And
Good luck with that.
That I got was, hey, we're going to be at this really small local thing about an hour and a half away from you. Why don't you come meet us there and talk? And I couldn't.
Yeah. Doc, yes. Yes. Yes.
So the reason why everyone divvies up into lugs and there's all these, different groups is because they get free stuff from Lego pretty much, right?
That's the only reason is they say that it's because of lug bulk.
Swell. All right, nice. So if they weren't
think though.
What, Dave interrupted you. What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No way.
No, you're good.
I feel like the concept of a lug is amazing, right? We in the little bit of the YouTube or online community are maybe a little spoiled where we do get to share our hobby with some other people. But I think there's a lot of people who aren't necessarily into the online thing that a local lug is a way for them to share what it is that they enjoy with other people who kind of understand that. And so it's their local meetup, it's their online community in essence, I think, as well.
So what if you got a lug that agreed to travel to X amount of events per year across whatever distance and had a weekly thing online where everyone was like, all right, here's the blah, blah, blah lug. Here we go. And then that became the ultimate lug that just kind of slowly consumed all the others because not only could the audience get involved and be a part of the lug and share their creations, and then we all meet up at the shows and we go to hashtag all the shows and have hashtag all the fun, and then it just becomes a blob, and then boom, there you go. Right?
Yeah.
Is that the idea? Because I'm down for it. I'm ready.
That's what I feel like big old party bus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking
Pulling up.
I do think that at some point, though, right, that concept you started talking about, it becomes this huge entity. It does become a giant blog. Part of the switch side to that would be that at some point, some events, some groups can get so large that they begin to no longer feel personal, and it's hard to have those personal relationships with people, and therefore people don't feel connected sometimes. I don't think that this is there, but.
Well, Dave, we have 25 watching, and according to my calculation, there's something like 300 or 400, 500 in this little clique here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With even the outskirts and I can text you right now if I want.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. I'm talking. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think even 300 to 400. I mean, in that gist of like, okay, you got 300 to 400, maybe 500, whatever that number is, right? Of like the outskirts and stuff, where you randomly there's a couple people there that you see that you recognize that aren't necessarily full timers, but you've probably got like, I'm gonna say 50, maybe branching out a little bit more than that to like 100 of people that you would say are regular community members that you regularly engage with. And that's a sustainable size. And then the other, floaters or drifters or whatever that kind of come in and out and stuff, they add value, and it's awesome being able to share that with them as well. I think all that's a reasonable size. Once your events and groups start gaining, let's say it was 300 or 400 regular people, it would be hard just to be able to get to know them and be invested in that relationship, right? It's kind of the quote unquote Facebook friend syndrome is what I would call it. Oh, look, I've got 1,000 friends on Facebook, and I probably know maybe 100 of them anything decent.
Yeah. Well, real quick, I want to answer on that real quick. Dave, I make it a point to know all these people. I interact with them on a daily basis. I have text, phone calls, DM, comment. I've got a friend in Kim, who is Kimber Knit, who's a AFOL in Jacksonville, who I haven't actually physically met. But yeah, I've been harassing her about her wedding plans for just in the comments of her Instagram. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, you were pointing at the Brick Revolution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what I was thinking too. It allows for a passive membership, come and go as you please, but keep up how you want. I think that's so integral to something like this because you being in a lug, you're almost obligated to go to every single meeting in real life, and how possible that is one thing. But then you also have okay, we're gonna call ourselves NELUG, New England Lego User Group, which is New England. So
Right.
Julian, you're out. You can't join, so get out. Like you can't like I know it's meant for a certain section of people within a certain distance, but because we're in the internet age and people are so connected regardless of distance, it seems like an old idea in a way. And you're not going to be in every single live stream, in every single live stream, or tuning into every single live stream. But when you can, you do, and you're valued. Like I'm not in every single live stream that you do, or Kevin does, or anyone.
No, right.
When I am here, it's like, all right, here I'm cool, I'm good. And then when I do go to Alabama or Philly, all right, you've seen me on the live streams, you know what I'm all about, you know. So, and we can welcome whoever with open arms. You knowing everyone's name, that's impressive, and I commend you for that. I would not be able to do that, but then again, you are the grand poobah. You get the big pink bucket, and that's who you are. So you're obligated to have that.
I feel
a great name.
I consider everyone as my friends, but there is definitely a feeling of obligation or requirement, and I absolutely love to live up to it and feel bad when I don't. When somebody, I sit there and I go, oh, Hoosier got to him first, and it drives me crazy.
So Bricks for Chris, if you're referring to that, has to be one of the best stream I've seen in months. Are you referring to this one or another one? Because I think this is one of the best streams.
Yeah, I think he's referring to this one.
Yeah, it better be, because hey, we got some pretty good conversation happening.
I'm appreciating it too.
Yeah.
I really appreciate everybody. Oh.
Exactly.
For sure. Big praise to Julian. Julian, you have an exceptional ability to connect with people. That's definitely something that's easily recognizable as this trait that I feel like, a lot of the stuff that I deal, you deal with stuff that depletes energy and stuff that gives you energy, fills your cup, empties your cup, whatever. I feel like those connections and those relationships are definitely what fill your cup, and that you for, and you are amazing at. And
I love that Julian put it into the full screen for you as soon as you started saying good things like, oh, we're going to give him the full screen now. We're going to film it right in.
He just likes to look at Dave.
Well, I mean, there's that too.
I mean, look at him. I mean, Michigan's finest. Don't drink water. That's good stuff. Oh, Lord.
We could keep saying good things about you, Julian, if it'll make you feel a little bit better, and make sure you know how much we value you as the grand. I'll keep going. I'll go for hours.
You're good on that. I'd rather talk about
this was a full iced coffee 10 minutes ago, Julian. I'm ready to rock and roll. All right, I'm ready.
So, Dave, do you have any YouTubers that live close to you?
That I know, the closest ones would be the Brickhead family over in Chicago, about 6 hours away.
Wow, that sucks. Sorry, buddy.
I know Julian's got several within a couple hours from him.
Yeah, I got
some Instagram pictures where you guys have tossed some stuff up there where you guys gotten together and hung out and whatnot. And I mean, that sounds like an amazing experience, amazing time. Fortunately, I get to share it with my son. So
yeah, that is good stuff.
I'm not without by any means.
They're in Michigan. There's two AFOLs in Michigan that are both kind of in a gray area right now.
I seen Mr. H posted something on Instagram today.
Right. It's his Jeep life. He's loving it.
Yeah, it's interesting because I mean, obviously, Florida is also very big. Pop's Block Shop. He's someone I actually talk with quite a bit, and I was like, oh, well, that's cool. He's in Michigan. Where are you at? Well, he's up in the UP, which might as well just be another state for that matter.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know how you Michiganites are about the UP up there.
See, I got Charlie. He's like 10 minutes away, but I don't know. How to get there.
Bless your heart. Deal with Charlie.
And then I guess my next closest would be Chris.
Yeah.
3.5 hours away.
That's sad.
Look at that icon. That icon looks good.
Good branding right there, man. Good branding.
Yeah, it is. Oh my God. Yeah, I created one. My VIP guy. He lives in Tallahassee. I found Capital City bricks because of the back of his windshield. I was like, Capital City, but say what? And then M Lego 17 is in Michigan. Crap. But yeah, and then I got Kim Burnett in Jacksonville, but I haven't met her yet. But the Lego store is going to open, and I promise it wasn't the windshield; it was the back window. I swear it was the back one, the back windshield. His icon was as big as the back windshield.
Chris says, glad it's not too close.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. I would like to have, and Jamie's in Panama. So for Jamie.
I got Kevin near me, so that's how low the standards are for me here.
There's that.
Ugh.
That's like worse than Charlie.
It's kind of the worst hand you can get in like blackjack right there is getting at Kevin. You're like, come on. But and then I got Joey after that. So hey, I got Maniac for brick. So then it goes like, then yay, right back up.
So wait, where'd it go? I didn't show up yet. Is that Joey? Dear Capital City Bricks, there is a Lego store opening in the mall in Jacksonville within 3 months. Get with the program.
Went to my Lego store today. I wasted $4 in tolls.
Jeez.
How long have you been in there? So
Okay.
I have my screen. I was never going to see you. Oh, you wrote in the private chat. Oh my God, I'm an a-hole.
It just popped up there in all fairness. Because I was going to say something, but I'm like, well, I don't want to interrupt anyone talking. And then as soon as you quit, she popped
Yeah, my scroll. I have a scroll bar.
Thanks, Brian. You didn't speak up.
You got to interrupt Julian or you'll never get a word in.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What'd I do?
No, they're saying I'm talking more than you. Yeah. But I don't know. What's your opinion, Haley? You've told me before that you've not been satisfied with how the community treats you, the greater Lego community treats you.
The one's not on YouTube or Instagram.
Yeah.
All of the above, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sean and I, we had some bad experiences,
Yeah.
and people just being flat out just y'all telling us that we don't belong in a Lego community because we play on Instagram and hang out on YouTube.
It bothers me. It bothers me that it is that way, but I know it is that way.
But the only thing you can do is go and have a better time than they will at any of these conventions, because I see a lot of, and I saw it at Brick Fair, a lot of like just sitting around.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed like the first couple of days I was like, because obviously, I am who I am, love me, hate me, whatever. Like I'd like to consider myself a pretty funny kind of guy. You know, I like making jokes, those joke things, and there weren't a lot of other jokesters besides like me and Kevin in the
Yep.
very beginning. And I'm like, I
Wait,
said to
wait,
Kevin,
you think Kevin's a jokester?
I mean, he tries to be funny. So I went to Kevin, and
So
I
you
was
know
like,
that too.
so I was like, I said to Kevin, like, Kevin, I feel like we're like some of the only funny people that are here. He's like, oh, absolutely. No, give it a couple more days. I'm like, all right. And then by the time the weekend came around, it's like, all right, now people that like I click with a lot more are here, and it was a lot better. But those other types of people, like that just sit around, or like you just don't see them laughing as much. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man.
There's definitely a feeling.
Who was it? No, Sean. He described it as they would go put their mocks on a table, leave it, and they don't want me talked to. They're just like,
Yeah.
all right, this is what I built in my basement. Here you go. Please look at it, take pictures, but don't talk to me.
Which, okay,
I don't
so
want anyone asking any questions. Please don't talk to me.
We're going to go into a little thing right here. This is a question for everyone who wants to answer this, and please enlighten me on the following here. So I love talking to people because I get a lot of energy from that, you know, and obviously not talking to awful people, but talking to good people.
Yeah.
And I was working the Mosaic at Brickfair, Virginia, and it was great because kids would come up, build a section of the Mosaic, adults would too, people who were at the show displaying stuff, they'd all come up, build a piece, get it placed down, boom, there you go. And it was good. A lot of interaction there. And I'm like, cool, this is a great aspect of the show, but it seems like there weren't many other people who were by their mocks and talking about them and enlightening, no, like, instead of thinking of it as like, okay, hold on. Thoughts, the caffeine's getting to me.
Yeah.
You need to enlighten kids on how you're building what you're building and inspire them, but I feel like the vibe is seen as it's the general public is not evil, but like, we don't want to deal with that. Like, why wouldn't you want to talk about your creation ad nauseum to not just adults and other Lego fans, but to kids and help inspire them to create something really cool? And the people that I did see at their tables and talking about their stuff, they thoroughly enjoy it, and they will talk about it all the live long day because they take pride in their work. So why is there this negative connotation about the public days? Because without the public days, none of these shows would happen, because AFOLs are absolutely not going to pay hundreds of dollars to keep the convention hall up and running and the hotels and the travel. So where does that come from, and how can that change? Because I don't like that vibe at all.
So here's the thing. So, including this community, and speaking of this little clique, these 24 people watching, 6 people in the live room, we have from the level of I'm just doing the Lego for myself. I don't care who sees it, but as long as there's a thing, we're gonna God Almighty, no caffeine. The people that are building for themselves, the introverts that are building for themselves, know that the extroverts are going to keep and who are talking to the community are going to keep it going. They don't want.
They don't want to deal with it.
They don't want to deal with the public, but they know that the extroverts like myself and yourself and some others will carry it and enjoy it. I don't know. I had it figured out in my brain better than that, but
no. It's late at night. I got you. No, I'm hopped up on a whole iced coffee. I get you. Yeah. But I feel like that would just make for a better quality show that more people would want to go to, spend more money at the shows, and keep these things going for longer periods of time. So why not use it as an opportunity as an introvert? Because typically introverts are like, all right, well, I got nothing to talk about. I'm just going to go away, hide in a hole. Like, I know what that feels like, because sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I'm totally extroverted and I'm ready to go. But when you have that icebreaker of your build that you spent maybe hundreds of hours on and hundreds of dollars on, there's your icebreaker to talk and relate to a kid or a mother or whoever, even if they just say, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? I mean, maybe I just don't understand and I need to put a different frame of lenses on to get into someone's head of, okay, I don't want to talk about this. And there's a certain amount of social anxiety that can come from that, sure.
Sure.
When I don't know. Man.
Yeah, that's where the other issue is that, us putting ourselves on YouTube or Instagram or even in, doing these shows, it's like we put ourselves out there. So we're a pretty talkative group, and the personalities where people who don't do Instagram or YouTube and only do the lugs, they maybe the only time they talk about Legos with their members of their lugs and whatnot. So it's a different, what's the word? It's just a different culture. We're just very submersive.
Yeah.
And I wanted to shout out here real quick what Ginblade had to say, saying that I love the public days of Philly. It was great to see people who recognize me as a figure in the community come to a show to show support for something we all love. And like when I saw you approach the Mosaic, I'm like, yo, man, what's going on? And then it was the firm handshake. I'm like, hey man, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
It was good to see you. And Ginblade actually helped out with placing stuff on the Mosaic. He was just standing there like a lump on a log, just watching me. And I'm like, get in here and help me, putting down all the Mosaic things because we were back stock, like 30 of them. So thank you for helping out with that. I appreciate it. And Joey appreciates it too, because it was tough. But to be recognized and embraced by the community. You got the hot takes in Kevin's live streams. You're here chatting in the chat right now, which is appreciated. And even if you're not there for every little thing, any little bit is going to help more than just shutting it out entirely or not willing to open yourself up to it.
Yeah. Shiny says it like at the last at Pat's Philly, Hoosier tried sticking to his table to talk to everyone. I personally love seeing that. Yeah, it was good. I wish I was more. I was present. Hey, Jordy, thanks for the super chat, brother. God bless you for that, my man. Yay, Jordy. Jordy's my coworker who supports my Lego community, or supports our Lego community, no matter what. Thanks, Jordy. Sorry about that. I had to do that, Jordy.
That's all good.
That's Jordy.
Philly, I spent the whole Saturday and most of Sunday talking about my layout, and Saturday it was mine and Haley's layout.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't have been there. You know what I mean?
And Hoosier went live up there at Brick Universe, Shiny, you don't have to, Shiny.
Yeah, you should. Julian deserves it. Go ahead. Julian.
Stop that nonsense. No, it's Brick Hoosier over at Brick Universe. He went live in about 5 seconds. He's like, "Hey, ain't nobody talked to me." He told me afterwards, he's like, "Ain't nobody talked to me until I went live." And then I had 800 people come up, and he stopped. He didn't stop the live stream, but he talked through the live stream, and I thought that was just that was awesome to see him in action like that. It felt good. And that's not even hashtag one of all the shows that I have had a chance to even check out yet. So, but yeah, Hoosier, you did a good job. I love you.
Appreciate it, buddy.
You know it.
Yeah, Brick Bunnies, I absolutely put Ginblade to work. I wasn't going to let him stand there and just not do anything. Like, no, I trust you. You're cool. Get in here. You're helping.
Yeah.
I do it to any of the people in this room and probably this live stream in a heartbeat. Like, no, you're brother out. Let's go.
I wouldn't work.
Well,
I had my chance to get over in Virginia.
Wow.
I could have been on the crew. I said,
Oh, man.
But yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like what Kevin was talking about before, and the times we talked about this. just kind of help bridging the gap between these two different cultures of the Lego community, and it's
Yeah.
Well, Kevin has the ultimate bridge power because he's worked for the company previously. So that's like a reason for all these people out of the woodwork to talk to him in the first place.
Dear Bob. Dear Brooks O'Brien.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the fact that he worked for Lego or knows all these people. It's the fact of Kevin is who Kevin is why.
And that certainly helps in the equation. And I couldn't believe when he was like, hey, here's the designer of this Lego Hidden Side bus that I was super excited for and got because this is freaking awesome. And he's like, all right, now come over here and meet him. Let's go. Come on, take a picture. All right, cool. And like the guy who designed this is totally super introverted and didn't really want to take a picture that much. I could tell. I could look at his face and tell. But he did it. And I talked to him for a solid 2 minutes about how awesome this is and how he hates that people compare this to a Fortnite bus all the time, but did a great job on this. So, you know, he's able to, as he is as a person, he's able to take the introversion, like suck it out of people for a half second, put extroversion in before the introversion reinvades, and then they, you know, go off and do whatever. So that I appreciate about him too. Both things I think help immensely.
Yeah, I mean, I do, but I want to. Yeah, some Revolution will say what?
Revolution says times change. The lug people seem to be like the get off my lawn people.
Yeah.
I've only met one lug though. So the real question is it just the lugs at Philly or is it other lugs as well? I don't know if they don't want other people invading on their lug because it's like maybe a bit of a superiority complex, or maybe if they join the lug, then that's less Lego for them as an individual, or I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
I'm with VR because the lug that we were, people that talked to us, they were the exact same way, and it wasn't just one lug, it was multiple lugs members, and so
yeah. Hello.
Why does that look like Matt, the IT guy?
It's not, but it does look like him. I tell you, I know it's there, but I didn't feel it like other people felt it. But I could just be oblivious to it because when I go to the show, I'm in love with everyone. Yeah, I did hear Nick say that too.
I mean, a couple years ago at Philly, we had that same interaction, that same crap from that one lug.
Yeah.
Remember?
And they stopped coming to Philly.
Well, yeah, they stopped coming, but but on the other hand, a lot of the people who didn't know that this whole community of Lego is on Instagram and on YouTube, we have actually kind of converted some new members that are now part of our community too from that group. So, because we're talking about, we're going to Bama this year and we're branching out and trying to, expand the group here.
Yeah.
In the experience. So,
Dave, you've been quiet. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Just listening. Sometimes it's important to listen.
Of course.
Hi, Dave.
Hey.
Your little Instagram video of you throwing the frisbee and Scott getting it, I was laughing.
He has such a good time with that. Every now and then we get that opportunity to be outside. Like, he'll want to do stuff like that a lot, but then like, okay, cool, let's throw it, whether it's back and forth or out in the field or whatever the case is. Usually it's like, all right, once or twice, and then he's like, okay, let's go do something else. And it's like, all right, but he had a blast with that. We probably sat out there for, I don't know, 20 minutes or something.
You gotta get all the energy out, man.
It was, I tell you what, I was stoked as can be that he was running as long as he was and as fast as he was, because I'm like, he's going to sleep good tonight.
That's awesome, Shiny. Yeah. I'm listening, I swear. Oh,
no,
what? Oh.
Yep.
So I guess I'll just designate to read like the big questions for the comments, if that's okay.
Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool.
I need official co-host.
Sure. So Brick Revolution says, so wait. Is it Instagram and YouTube that are the problem? Do lugs hate on Flickr users? I think they all retreat to Flickr as their default, and the stigma around Instagrammers and YouTubers may be the younger audience that they don't want any involvement with, so they're just like blanket, oh, you're an obnoxious YouTuber, get away from me. And by obnoxious, that might be the wrong word, and they mean extrovert, because typically the people that are on there are extroverts. LOL Flickr is the MySpace.
Yeah.
Right on the money. Right on the money.
What did Chris say?
Oh, because he was talking how Nick last year in Chicago was
Yeah.
alone, and he kept telling us his experience.
Yeah, but then he said this year it was a totally different experience.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe it was the fact that Kevin and him are friends now, that because one friend can change your whole outlook on an experience.
100%.
Just saying.
I hung out with Nick a lot this year at Chicago. We hit.
So it was Dave then. Dave did it. It wasn't Kevin.
Well, Kevin was definitely there too.
Ooh, never heard of Kevin.
It was a cool group that constantly was hanging around, going, and then more people would get pulled in, and then it's like, it's crazy. It was very similar to a. It was not a Philly experience. I do not want to be this, but it was the experience of being I'm going to say an outsider coming into Philly, right? To where it was like, oh, you meet a couple people, and then all of a sudden you start meeting more people and more people and more people, and it just kind of cascaded.
Yeah.
But at Philly, the difference there is that I think at Philly it was all one group of people, whereas in Chicago it was like, oh, I met these couple people over here that are from this, and then these couple people over here from this, and then I could walk the whole hall and run into a dozen people that I felt I could stop and say hi to, engage in conversation, but they weren't all 12 of those people couldn't have all gotten in one group and had a conversation together because they were in the same community.
So something that I had heard from Kevin after having a conversation with him this past week was him being in Bricks and the Six, and something that was a very unique idea and something I really like that helps kind of stimulate that conversation is there was apparently a singular point in the convention hall or wherever they were at, and it would be like this point that it was a burger, I think, and someone would go there and like kind of announce like, hey, I'm going out to get food at this place. If anyone wants to try it with me, please come on, let's go in like 5 minutes. And that would be like an open invitation in a way, at least from what I interpret.
Oh, yeah.
To go out and do something and help just, toss yourself out there. And then whoever shows up, and there you go. I think more things like that would be cool, provided that the venues can actually, they're located in a place where that sort of thing can happen without having to travel 20 minutes or 3 hours to get a cheesesteak or something.
Yeah, well, that is on you.
There's the comment that means the most right there. Not the one you're showing.
Brick Bunnies TV says, we loved our experience at Philly, and I'm sure if we would have went to Brick Fair this year, we would have had a better experience than last year that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you saying this one?
Yeah.
Oh, if people want to welcome me, that's awesome. If not, the hell with them. I will still have my family. Well,
yeah.
And that's kind of the mentality you have to have, just to keep your own defenses up and be, cool. But there's a burger in the hall. Yep. So yeah, that idea. I think that's a very interesting idea. And maybe because the show was small enough, they could get away with that. Maybe something like that wouldn't work at Brick Fair, Virginia, because, or I don't know. But I like that the concept of the idea.
That's a lot of AFOLs or a lot of people displaying at Virginia.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to food at a show, word travels fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like we were talking about getting, we were just going to grow out at the hotel one night. Because for once at Philly, the weather was nice. I think it was going to be my family, Kevin, Nick, and Blaze, Haley and Sean. Kevin texts me. He says, "What do I do? What do I do?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, I'm supposed to do this with you all, and I just got invited to go here and eat. And I was like, all right, we can go there and eat. So it went from like 5 people to 25 people in about 30 seconds.
I remember in 18, we had one meal at Arnold's. It was 31 people. We took from one wall to the other.
Hey, that waitress got a very nice tip. So she.
Did we? I didn't. We tipped it?
I
I don't know about
Did we tip? I don't know.
Tip. Here's an umbrella in the ring. Ah, okay. Anyway, sorry. Yeah,
But to me, that's kind of the ultimate culmination of a solid group of people and inviting new people and just, I don't know, bridging it together a little bit more. I would appreciate that, especially like I feel like a lot of people would go to these shows at least knowing one person, hopefully. But imagine the people that don't know anyone and they're really introverted or really want to give it a shot and they don't know a good icebreaker other than their build. Food is a fantastic icebreaker. You know how many great conversations I've had over food? You know how many conversations I will only have over food that probably contributes to my weight, but it's made for good conversation, so it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
It's good stuff.
And that's a good comment there, Brick, for Chris being the founder of the I Don't Care lug. I will be the second in command of that. You need one. And for that lug as well, hashtag I could eat. There we go.
Here you go, Haley. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, that's what Chris said that night. I couldn't remember what it was.
Gator Bricks in the house. Hey, Gator Bricks. He lives a little further south. I haven't met him up with him yet. It's a shame. I told him he can come to the house and eat dinner anytime he wants, though.
There you go.
It's like, seriously, again, Brian, I don't know, Dave, Titanium, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's literally an open door policy at this house for AFOLs. If you're in the area, you better stop. If you have time to eat, eat.
I will keep that in mind. We tend to take a trip to Florida usually once every year or two.
Brick Revolution asking $1 million question that I don't know the answer to. Doesn't Lego recognize online groups, recognize the Lego community or something? I don't know.
Yeah, they do now accept virtual logs. Virtual meaning that they meet over the internet lines.
All right, so let's make it happen. I don't see the problem.
I think there's 2 really popular ones. One is the Imperial Brick or Rebel Brick. One of the 2 of those are basically an online sanction lug, and then virtual lug, I think, is the other. Really
virtual lug I've heard of. Imperial, I don't know what their official status is with Lego, but yeah.
So this is not going to happen, and this is not going to happen because Joey is absolutely going to take 3 hours to eat. Ginblade wanting to get lunch or dinner with me, Maniac, Kevin. Joey is by far Joey talks so much to begin with. Then he takes so long to eat. So it's like the ultimate combination of please hurry up, let's get out of here, and it just doesn't happen. He'll just. It's as much as I want it to happen. We'll have to have it at a place where, like Chick-fil-A near Virginia, where we can just, all right, we're going. Cool.
Yeah.
Bye. Like I was having dinner with Joey and a guy we met through Kevin, Arizona Dan, really cool guy. He was on the podcast.
Yeah, episode 16, Forever Sorting.
Yeah, there you go.
Arizona Dan was on.
There were other people who showed up to say hi to Joey, and me and Dan just left him because we're like, he's not going to be ready for another 45 minutes. And we left him. He was gone for another hour and a half. We didn't see him. So he takes his sweet time. So better watch out. The lugs are going to start sending lobbyists to Lego. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bricks in the Sticks. Where is that? Bricks in the Sticks or Bricks in the Sticks?
No, Bricks in the Sticks. It's
Bricks in the Sticks. Middle of Mississippi is where that happens.
Hey, did you go to that, Brian?
Mm-mm. No, I was too busy not going to that to actually go. I was in Washington, D.C. I stayed a week later for Brick Fair to actually take a vacation for a change in Washington, D.C., and it was lovely.
That's excellent. I saw where you got rained on. That was cute.
That was amazing, actually. We saw lightning strike within like a half mile of us, like from across the National Mall. It's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Pretty cool.
So the Bricks in the Six, that's the show with no barricades, right?
I don't know. It was the first year for that show in Toronto. That almost rhymed. And apparently it went well. I
Yeah.
don't know if they made their money back because it being located in the middle of downtown Toronto. I don't know, but
From what I know, it was small,
yeah,
but it was nice. And I don't think there was any need for any barricades.
sure.
So
So it wasn't Brick Fair, Virginia numbers of mobbed, but it was an intimate.
It wasn't Brick Universe numbers either.
Yes. So an intimate show is what we'll say.
A nice close knit Canadian group of people. Plus,
Yes.
Canada, you don't even need stoplights.
No, you don't need anything in Canada. You just walk up and say hi to someone. They won't think that you're a weirdo. They'll say, "Oh, hey, how you doing, eh? How's it
So,
going?"
all joking aside, in Canada, it is no longer okay. In America, if we got in a car accident and I said, "Oh, sorry," I'm liable. In Canada, because people say, "I'm sorry" so much that they've taken it out, and you're not liable if you apologize for an accident that may or may not be your fault.
Interesting.
Yes, true.
What a difference in cultures.
Yeah. BFNC numbers.
I don't know what those numbers are. Would be to compare it to.
Those were low.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
They were in the pooper.
Capital City Bricks just posted a video. Holy crap. So
Hey, has he been working on some train ballasting?
don't
that
ever
is-
lie to you. I know more of what's going on with you than him. So I'm sorry, I missed one. Here we go.
We have open arms and we hug, just like real adults do.
Yeah.
And saying sorry is a form of guilt, apparently. Then some would see it as that.
Yeah, no, legally, it's a legal thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying. What do I know?
The technicalities of the situation. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either.
I really wanted to make my way up to Bricks in the 6, but
Yeah, you were tempted from what I heard. You were
I was
tempted.
super tempted. It was like a 3.5, 4-hour drive. It was the weekend right after Brick Fair, Virginia.
Yeah.
Been away from my family for a week. I got back. We had a lot going on at work that I had to kind of get caught up on, and some other changes going on. And so it was just kind of like, is that really the best use of one of my weekend days for my family? I opted not to.
Dave, you're not allowed to do any more shows until January.
That's right. We got to get you to ours.
I can't promise that. That's way too far away. That's
Dave, we already bought your ticket. It's in the mail.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, Kevin bought it.
saying that I'm not going to Bama. I'm just saying I can't promise I might not make to another show before that.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
We'll accept that.
Yeah, Dave, we need you to start displaying as well.
That's rough. That means I got to build something.
Oh, geez.
It does.
Commitment just got a lot bigger.
But here's the thing, honestly, why don't you, all joking aside, why don't you display your sealed special sets? You can do that.
Displayed my sealed special sets.
Yeah, you know those really, really awesome ones that you've gotten that I know you have.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I feel like that would have a vibe more, even though they would not be for sale. It would feel more like a storefront. But
I
I
see.
don't look at it as a museum thing. They had someone there like that at Brick Fair who had, and mind you, they had like all the original pirates and
Yeah.
and whatever. They had them on display with the boxes and
Yep.
historical documents about them.
I have it under good authority that person in Alabama who does the same thing is going to have help, and there's going to be an even bigger collection of the originals.
Oh.
So what I will say about that is I think that is a very underappreciated thing to have at the show For as impressive as all of the mocks are, I think it's important for people, especially kids, who have no idea what the original Pirates are, or space, or maybe not even care, to at least know the roots of those things and how those have evolved over the years. And to see everything in one lineup or on one table was awesome to see. And it didn't require, a mock and an idea. It was just, here is a portable museum of Lego through the years, and that is, to me, so important to have, and something that should be like a standard to have at almost every show, just to educate people and give context to what is on display for mocks and the roots of what those people who are creating the mocks now at ages 30 and 40 and whatever grew up with as kids who are looking at this stuff now. Was super cool to see, and I think very important.
Totally. Yeah.
Exactly. Paying homage to the classics. Exactly. And I didn't grow up with like any of that stuff, but for me to see that stuff in person and, see what all the old people played with as kids was really cool.
Hey, no ageism here. I grew up with those.
Hey, you're old as dirt, so it's fine.
Hey, whatever. Again, 6952. You look it up, kitties. As soon as you're seeing the emo version. Oh, Hoosier, have you seen that yet?
Which one?
Kevin drew you as an emo because Butt Chop told him to.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Is it better than the elephant?
So many jokes. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, Jimmy. You are in luck. You are in luck because that family brings those sets every year, and that's awesome. I think that should be something that is collaborated with the show officially as a part of the show. You know what I mean? Like, to have that, like, okay, this is absolutely going to be here, and then you expand upon it over years. And I think a thing about these shows in general that I wanted to talk about a little bit, if you guys would allow me to.
Right, we got time for you, brother.
Cool. So I noticed that a lot of Philly Brick Fest and Brick Fair Virginia, Brick World Chicago, the only amount of verticality in the show are the sales people, the people who are selling stuff, and I feel like having a cases of those old sets and having like a walkthrough museum sort of a deal to add a little bit more verticality to the show other than vendors, I think would be an important thing. Because when you walked into Brick Fair Virginia, Dave, you might have noticed this, like one of the first things that drew my eye was this massive UFO that was flickering lights way back in the distance because it was so tall, and it just brings your eye right to that because of how tall it is, and it just stands right out. So things like that, walkthrough museum, or just more verticality in general, I think would be an important thing to have at the shows. But Jimmy is saying here, agree and disagree. I'm not a fan of repeating display at the show, same show year after year, which is totally understandable. And I think it's something to it to show the classics, but then showing maybe different themes throughout the years, or okay, so Lego is doing Knights. Like, let's say Nexo Knights was just coming out. All right, so Nexo Knights is the newest thing. Why don't we show a history of Knights and how that progressed all through the years? Okay, so now Ninjago, let's show ninjas because the Ninjago movie's coming out this year, or something like that, to tie it into something relevant for kids today and paying homage to the classics. So, for example, Wama Lug is the same every year. Same with Pen Lug. In terms of the builds, are they the same?
Yeah, they have the same displays, and sometimes it's the same displays over 5 or 10 different shows.
And I think there's something that you can do to spice it up rather than it being the same thing over and over again. It might be a cost thing, which I understand, but when you're going to the same shows year after year, people are going to remember what it was. And even with the mosaic that was at Brick Fair, it was supposed to be a new image. The instructions weren't printed in time to get that happen, but it was the same box for a couple years, people are going to remember it. You start to lose interest in terms of the public. So why not spice it up or at least change it in some ways there? Jimmy also saying, and ironically, both groups are snobby and don't actually interact with the public. We were talking about that earlier. That's a massive downfall of a lot of these lugs in interacting with the public in general. Gatorbrick saying, showing where Lego has been, where it is now, and where it could go is important to me. And it's important for kids as well. It's not like you go into, a section of the Smithsonian and you're like, this is boring. Like it's Lego. It's still the same toy. It all still works, And even some of these displayers made mucks that were, like I saw one that was modern knights facing off against old Duplo knights.
Mm-hmm.
So like, why not, there it is. There's the next hit. Bada bang. There it is. Why not, showcase that properly and have it be like an official thing? Like you can just add that to the program guide so easily. You spend a few dollars on the sets over time. You just take it show to show, make sure, someone's there to explain stuff.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like, personally, for me, I feel like Lego should put forth some extra effort. They set up sometimes it shows. Why not? Why not Lego? Why don't you pull out the classics? Some of the classics, you can get your hands on them.
So I think Lego only sponsors a few different shows. I know that they sponsor Brick World Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't think that they did at Brick Fair, Virginia, but I could be wrong there.
I have information that I cannot pass on about that, so I'll just stay quiet.
Why even mention it?
William likes to say that he knows stuff. I have
Yeah.
no idea what it is, but
I think Lego sponsors all Brick World and Brick Fair shows.
Okay.
I think.
I wasn't sure. I know that they were specifically noted during the Brick World, opening and closing ceremonies as being a sponsor of some magnitude, and I don't know what that magnitude is. And a lot of donations and stuff like that. They had some, I think, like official booths there to promote their, their Lego Tower game at the time, and then whatever the other game was. I don't remember, but they had all that stuff at Brick World Chicago. Like Brick Fest, for instance, right? I don't think that was necessarily Lego there so much as the Legoland Discovery Center, using it, I think, as an opportunity to set up and be a vendor, and maybe they participated in some things. And I believe that Brick Fair, Virginia, at least had a similar vibe to Brick Fest over Brick World Chicago in terms of the Lego presence, at least, to where, they had like actually, maybe they didn't even have a Discovery Center vendor at Brick Fair, but it felt more in tune with that kind of sponsorship from an unknown perspective.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a certain, precedent when Lego has their own store, if they have a store at like a Brick Fair or Philly Brick Fest or whatever, and then you have the vendors who are selling just figures for whatever prices they dictate and sets that are well above their initial retail price because they're retired, and then it's like, all right, why? And Lego sets their own standard for even just how the booth looks in general and how the employees are uniform and they're they're going to be nice, and I got it. It's just a certain vibe that's set with the Lego stores and an official Lego presence in general. The vibe of a official Lego event compared to any fan event, Brick World, Brick Fair, regardless, is very different because there is that coat of polish that Lego puts on things in general. So,
yeah, I don't know. Lego does not support any Canadian shows. Oof. That's tough. And then Jimmy said something else too. I'm waiting for it to pop up.
Jimmy's saying that vendors can't coexist with Lego based on their show gauging prices, which, that's what I said earlier, and that's just true. Why would you go and pay $8 for one figure when you can have this set over here? And that's a line. That's a whole can as well. But
Brick Ninja, we're just gonna have to figure out how to get you to one of these East Coast or the right coast shows. We'll figure it out. We'll get you over here. You know, LA and everything. Pasadena and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
think having a museum is important. Going back to that, but
what
having a museum there is important. A certain.
I think the shows should start going down that route. But I don't care if Lego sells at the conventions. That doesn't matter to me. I know they haven't sold. Kid Fest was the last time they sold that I know about.
The Lego Life event they had in New York last year. They had a store
At a con.
Yes, at their Lego Life, whatever it was, event. They had a store there. Yes, it was in New York City. Yeah.
I mean, Brickworld Chicago this year, 100% had a. Again, though, I think it was the Discovery Center from the area, but for the general public, it
doesn't matter. It might as well be the official Lego. It might as well be Lego corporate there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, they had Lego was at Virginia last year.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Hey, man, I just work here. You know what I mean? I just work.
Well, we've managed to get trolls.
Hey, you know,
Yep.
It is what it is.
That's weird. It doesn't usually happen over here.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
Corporate staff by the local stores. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that sounds par for the course.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I understand the vendors getting upset and whatnot, not being able to compete, but then again, everybody that goes to these shows, they go into a Walmart or they go into a Kroger, so and if they're taking a kid, they've been down the toy aisle a few times. So
I think the part of it that can get a little more maybe sensitive, and I don't know if this is what makes the vendors displeased, but I'm a little disappointed personally when I walk through and I see vendors who are selling sets that are retail available. Like I could go into Lego store and get one. I could go into Walmart and get one. And they've got the prices 20, 30% higher than MSRP. Honestly, it makes me a little sad because I feel like it's trying to take advantage of the unknowing consumer.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
at every show. They're not there to cater to us AFOLs. It's the mom and pops that don't know better. They're paying $500 for a Disney castle when you can buy it on the shelf right now.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. That's where it's right. You put the Lego store in there, and yeah, Lego's going to bring out pretty much all the larger sets for the most part. In which case, you're going to say, "Wait a minute, I can get that for $350 over there. I can go over here and buy it for $450 or $500." Well, yeah, that's a no-brainer, right? You've got a direct comparison. And so you're getting that unknowing consumer. But I guess if you're raising your prices on something that's no longer retail available, not currently in production, it was some retired in some way. I guess in my head, I classify that a little differently because it's like, well, you can ask whatever you want for your product. But when it's something that is readily available anywhere, I have a harder time with that. I feel like it's taking advantage of people, and it just rubs me the wrong way. So I would prefer to see the Lego store vendor in there with every one of the current retail available sets.
Yeah.
Help level set that a little bit more to the general public.
Yeah, look at here now. There you go.
Yeah, 'cause I'm sure the general public, some of them, that even Sean and I learned our lesson going to a show, the very first show we went to, because we're just like, oh wow, look at this set, so we bought the sets, and I get home, look it up on Bricklink, and I'm sitting here kicking myself in the foot, like, why did I not look that set up before buying it at the show? So now, like, we know he finally got Sean to stop buying stuff and look it up first.
We have to have an intervention right now, everybody.
No,
Brick Ninja checks eBay prices before he buys something.
No, do not check eBay.
God,
that's not an intervention. That's no.
Bricklink, brother. Bricklink.
Education. Education is the first thing you need to do.
Bricklink.com.
eBay's worse than the vendor.
Yeah, they jack it up even worse, and it's Mega Blocks when you get it.
Come on now. Or Leffen.
We love you, brother. That's why we're here. We're here to educate and love.
I was at a show in New York a couple years ago. And I'm not going to say which vendor it was. They had several tables of damaged box sets, and they were all current sets that were on the shelf. And it said, marked down, damaged box, or whatever. The price was still higher on the damaged box than what I can go to Walmart or Target or whatever and buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I guess that stuff doesn't necessarily, if it's at least at or below what I'm going to say MSRP is for stuff that's still available, then, I got no problem with it. It is what it is. And honestly, you can ask whatever you want. I could say, hey, who wants to buy this Hulkbuster? $100. It's a used $30 set, but that's what I'm going to sell it for.
Yeah.
That's totally, in the society that we live in, we are very capitalist. And so I think that kind of like, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. I just feel like, I don't know. I would feel bad asking something that nuts for something that you can just buy at any point, anytime, anywhere.
Dylan's here, by the way, in case everybody wanted to know. Dylan, I think I know who you are. And I don't mean Dylan. I've seen that icon before.
So I totally agree. And, sometimes you actually find, to credit, like with Brick Bunny's TV over here, I have found good deals on eBay. Some people who are not, resellers, they're listing their thing, and it's for still a fair price. You're not getting a highway robbery deal, but like, all right, cool. And there's also something to whenever you're buying something, you're going to pay whatever you feel it's worth. So I saw something at Brick Fair, Virginia this year. It was a set I had as a kid, and it was Alpha Team, one of the first sets, and it had like a custom base plate with like a river stream in it, sort of a deal. And it was like $140. Now, sealed. Now, I didn't need to look that up on eBay to know, okay, hey, this is overpriced, and I'm not going to pay $140 for this sealed set when I could get it for $60 used, and I don't really care if it's used. So some people would see the Disney Castle unknowingly and be like, all right, that's worth $500. I'm going to get it.
No,
I agree. I feel bad when I see stuff like that too, and people pay these prices and they don't quite realize what's happening, but that is also their choice, and everyone who's a vendor has their bottom line and they do what they want to do. And that's the unfortunate part of it. People are going to make a buck how they can. It's a matter of how you want to conduct business and how you want to be as a businessman or woman. But if you're willing to put the time in, good deals are always around. Absolutely. Even at Toys R Us, when you could buy a bunch of stuff, stack up a discount or two, wait for that particular day, you can get killer deals, and you can do that anywhere with anything at any time. You just got to be very conscious of what you're doing.
Totally.
Little Jimmy wants this minifigure at Brick Fair, Virginia. Mama Susan is going to be like, oh, well, let me look this up on Bricklink real quick. No, just buy it for him and get out of there. Like, that's the end of it. Like, that's what I feel like a lot of vendors are banking on, and for good reason, because it's the truth. That's what happens.
Clearly it works. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the prices.
100%.
Yeah.
So again, it goes back to how you want to conduct business, and that it doesn't help the community aspect of it at all. But that, in the grand scheme of things, is a much smaller portion of the show itself. And I think it helps having companies like Citizen Brick, Eclipse Graphics being there, who are doing custom stuff that Lego won't do or won't ever do. And then you have this custom stuff that people can check out. That is, $1 for a custom printed tile or a thing of like, all right, Dunkin' Donuts, little coffee thing.
However, there are some of us in the Lego community that are full on purist.
which is one thing. But when you're dealing with the public who would love to have a movie poster,
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was only halfway listening.
right?
The Agents of Mock showed up. Yeah. Yeah. No. For the public, I guess. Yeah. It's cool.
I always analyze these situations from a public perspective because without the public, then the show doesn't happen, period.
Yeah.
That's just a matter of fact. And you can cater to the A-files as much as you want to. If you don't keep in mind the public a far majority of the time, none of this happens. So it needs to be a very good balance. And, Lego isn't going to make, a printed tile of like M&Ms or something, or a vending machine of Coca-Cola. So the public's like, absolutely, I'll do that. Sure, why not?
Yeah. Chad, I don't care.
I think you're missing out. Hey, man.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, Julian, when I make my officially sanctioned Bricks O'Brien minifigure, you're not going to take it?
No, I will take. What do you got, Haley?
Oh,
there's Barb.
talking about the custom stuff, and I have a pile of Stranger Things custom figs sitting on my desk right now. So.
Brian, and when it comes to specially printed things that are made from my friends, I take anything from my friends who they want to give me, no matter where it comes from. As far as putting the candy bars in the store, no thanks. I'll take what Lego gives me, or I'll just use a brown tile.
Sure.
That's the extent I am on it. I
think
go ahead.
I would say it's you want to separate it, if anything. Like I don't intertwine everything. And Citizen Brick is printed on official Lego. I'm just saying it's not officially printed by Lego. It's not, that idea. So, like for my brick badge, right? I wanted to do, a little Dunkin' Donuts cup, a Pokeball,
Yeah, the brick badge is a completely separate beast.
Yeah.
I can't help that,
But for me, for example, Haley has the Barb minifigure. I wouldn't myself get a custom Barb and feel that is in lieu of the official one. I would rather have the official one. It's only stuff that I know they're not going to make that I'm like, all right, let me get this custom Mario figure because they're not going to make one for a little while.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's like I'm not a Lego purist anymore because I have lights in my stuff.
Yeah. These Disney Castle lights are pretty baller.
Yeah.
I will go with lights all the way.
But yeah, no, Barb personally just made me mad because I just spent $200 on a set that they could have easily have added.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like, okay, and then you find out she's a San Diego Comic-Con that's 200 plus right now. It's like I'm going the custom route because that just, it's like, why am I going to waste my money on the official one when they could put her in set? Come on now.
Right, which is totally fair and understandable.
Oh yeah.
Real quick, Shy Time is here.
Hello.
Going another Californian. It's good to have you, my friend. I'll buy that fake Barb all day long. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go hauling and balling, and I'm gonna put in for the giveaway they're doing because they do the hauling and balling. They do every week. I'm sorry, I'm such a bad host. And then I'm gonna flip it on a clip. What is it?
Citizen Brick giveaway.
And if I win it, I'm gonna flip it and put it back in the giveaway for their 1,000. Yeah. So I didn't say that out loud. Never mind. Okay, bye.
Here that Citizen Brick puts into their stuff.
Who that?
They make a point to go out of their way to be as official as possible. I was talking with Joe, the owner at World Chicago, and it's down to like when they do their custom molds. Their custom molds are made from melted down official Lego brick, not knockoff, not from other plastic. The ink that they use pad printing, which is the same thing Lego does. And on top of it, the actual ink that they get is Lego branded ink as well. So Obviously, it's not official Lego because
I
it's
know, and that, and I'm so whatever you want to call it. I'm on brick set, and I noticed the Bricklink sets are there, and that drives me crazy now.
oh.
Now I can't deal with it.
Hmm.
So when we talk about purity, it drives me crazy.
So let me ask this: what about Samsonite?
Samsonite is absolutely, it was part of the history of Lego. And if I can ever get my hands on some Sammys, I think I do own a few Sammys. I'm very happy to own them. Some patent pendings makes me happy. But it's Lego. It says Lego on it.
Well, let me ask you this, Julian. You think Lego wasn't behind the Bricklink sets?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Hey, Julian, listen, you can say and do whatever you want. I'm going to build my saloon and be a happy camper.
Yes,
I'll do
sir.
whatever right. This thing is sweet, my dude. And if Lego isn't going to make this type of modular every year officially, absolutely. This is all new Lego brick. This is officially endorsed by Lego. There's a custom printed piece that is in there from Lego. So,
and listen, I know I'm the only one.
That's Lego. That's from Lego.
That's real Lego, man.
And that brings me to my next problem. As long as with you guys are those all right. So, this is something you can't get your hands on. Mayor of Flavortown's like $100 fig now.
What?
Mayor of Flavortown, Citizen Brick put out a Guy Fieri.
Sure.
And it sold it for I think 20 or 50, and it's worth 100 now.
Who says it's worth 100?
Exactly. They say the same person that says your set is worth twice as much as what you paid for it now.
Well, so wait, are you saying the figure was resold by someone on eBay or Bricklink?
Or constantly? It's a constant, and it's not, and it's not one of those things where they're selling it for. It's what it's sold for. And the exclusivity that Lego has done, and now it's inundated us into a Bricklink thing. It drives me crazy. Drives me absolutely crazy. Don't make something. I mean, somebody I heard on Hall and Ball, and they're making a Mr. Silver or Mrs. Silver. That's going to be 2,000 count. Like.
The same as Mr. Gold.
The same as Mr. Gold, only less. And it kind of really pissing me off that I can't go to the store and get it. Like if I went to the store right now, I could go get all the new CMFs or MSRP. But the chances that I could get, I don't like the short prints. I didn't like it in baseball cards, and I hate it in Lego. I want. You don't have to make a bagillion of them, but make it to where the masses can get it if they want it. It's just like all these Bricklink sets. They came in, and now they're gone. And if you didn't get them, you're gonna have to pay twice.
So, Jimmy, though, with the point, it's supply and demand.
That's fine.
I mean, this can go into a whole other thing that I feel with the VIP program and exclusives and whatnot. We can circle back to it, but please finish your thought. I'm sorry.
No, and the other thing that gets to me is this. I don't buy alt brands. I don't buy Mega Constructs. I don't buy all the other any of that stuff. Now you guys are good to do that. You're welcome to do that. But that's the issue isn't that you're buying it. It's I want my stuff to come from Lego, or I want my stuff to be Lego. Like give me the list for the saloon that you're going to build, and I'll part it together. But I don't want Bricklink boxing it. I don't trust them. I trust Lego to get it done.
I did a really awesome job on the boxing.
What, Haley?
So the boxing for those Bricklink sets,
yeah,
I liked it better than Lego. because
I'm not saying they're
You
not
got the
better.
wrap
I'm
that.
just saying.
clearly a display for it. But I was a little hesitant too on that because with the quality and the product that we get from Lego, has a certain standard. Where this one, I think it met that standard full on.
I fully agree and understand that what they have put out is a full blown quality product that is awesome. My issue is that's not their job to put it out. Lego should have put it out, and if Lego could have found a way.
But maybe that. So,
Yeah.
What's your
But
argument
it wasn't
for?
a Lego project; it was a Bricklink project.
Yeah, well, I don't think Lego should have ever allowed that to happen.
But then, what do you feel about Lego Ideas, considering other
They-
people had,
started.
I couldn't hear Haley, but to tell Brian, Lego Ideas is tweaked and packaged by Lego.
Okay.
They are, and don't get me started about monochrome figs.
We'll
Look
get
at
to that in a second, Jimmy. We're on a lot of good trains of thought right now.
I got this beauty right here, and I didn't wipe nothing off of him. That's how I parted him together in my collection.
So, allow me to go on a small tangent here.
Sure.
So, to going back to what Lego is able to do and all that. So maybe none of you know exactly what this character is. So this is a Pokemon.
Mewtwo.
This is Mewtwo. This is from Mega Constructs. Okay. Now, I got invested into the Mega Constructs line of Pokemon stuff because in the scale, like this Mewtwo right here, like the Venusaur that's right above Mewtwo's head, the Pikachu and whatnot, there's a lot of the Pokemon that are unable to be made in scale for Lego official parts and colors. It just would not be possible, and Lego wouldn't do it because you need a plethora of colors for all 800 plus Pokemon to eventually be made. So instead of waiting for Lego to do it, and instead of waiting on top of that for people in the community to build something like that, design something like that, sell instructions for something like that, this is what is going to happen. And for me as a fan, I have to be satisfied by what is provided here in terms of an officially released retail set from Mega Constructs. And they're not the best, like compared to Lego with their quality of instructions and parts and whatever, but it's still good. Like I keep it separate from my Lego. I don't intertwine the two, but I can happily display, Mega Constructs, pop figures, Lego, whatever on a shelf together.
I don't have anything against, like, it is what it is. I feel like people are buying those because they have no choice through Lego.
Sure.
That's all. I mean, I was like, and when it's like, I want to pat you on the back and say, bless your heart, I'm sorry for your loss, but you had to go there.
So here's something, Julie.
I'm listening.
See what that is?
I know about, we've had this discussion.
That is a train axle.
Mm-hmm.
$1 a piece from Lego. And you have to buy 2 from them.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Jimmy.
this is what I got. For $4.60 shipped.
I know.
Store.
Well, that is no longer an issue anymore because they don't use those metal rods in the train pieces anymore. But get the idea.
The new pieces are going to be just as expensive, if not more, than what these are.
Right.
Because listen, Lego's got a racket going on. There's no doubt about it. But when I get a thing from Lego, I don't question the quality. If there is a misprint, it just became worth more money. I don't like the short printing that they do, and I don't like the shenanigans that they do to upsell you. That's some. Again, I got inside information. That's a new thing, and it's dumb.
May I give you a theory that I have?
Yes, please.
So what I found incredibly interesting was the fact that on the new VIP program inventory for things you can select from that isn't just point redemptions they had, in case any of you out there didn't know, which you probably do because you're very ingrained in the Lego world, the Bat Pod that was exclusive to however many people, however many years ago. And then, suddenly here's a ton of them. Cool. All right. Where, what? And then they're gone because people saved up tens of thousands of points unknowingly and spent it on something like that.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, that is setting a precedent for Lego to have those level of sets and things available to purchase with VIP points. Now, that's not a raffle that they had. You redeemed your points and you got it. So, although you needed to spend $2,100 at the Lego store, not factoring in double VIP points and people buying with your account and whatever, that's a lot of money. But you still got it, this exclusive thing that was only available to however many people. So who's to say things like a San Diego Comic-Con figure or one of the sets or something like that wouldn't be on there? Because if the Bat Pod, a highly sought-after item, can magically appear on there when everyone thought it was gone, well, who's to say anything else can? Which is why I haven't gone ahead and pulled the trigger on the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man San Diego Comic-Con figure, because I'm hoping and praying that maybe in the off chance
it shows up in a set somewhere.
And it could show up on there because that is the precedent that's being set. And with the VIP program, it's like, all right, well, you could spend 700 points to redeem this print, but why would you do that when the Bat Pod is potentially on there? Yeah, you can redeem it for a credit in store, which is still valid and cool, but like, why would you do that when the Bat Pod is an option? Well, what else is an option? Because this can't be just a one-off thing. They must have warehouses of a bunch of other stuff located somewhere to toss on the VIP program as an incentive, right? So that's a whole thing.
It feels like it.
See what you started, Chris. See what you started.
He also cuts base slates. Burn him. He's a witch. But yeah,
you know this, Jimmy.
Jimmy's a friend. I know that. I've seen him around. I remember the trees. Jimmy, I want to talk about the reddish brown for a second. Plain and simple, pigment. Pigment makes a break. That's all it can be because the ABS is the same. It's got to be the color. Anybody else?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's got to be the dyes they use to come up with the color or something.
It's all it could be. Oh yeah. What? Also, didn't you pay a lot of money for a Bat Pod too?
Who?
You.
He's talking about the employee exclusive set, not the polybag.
Oh, okay. I was finna get you.
And yes, I paid a bunch of money for one of those. Shut up, Billion.
All right. Yeah, Chad agrees that it has to be the pigment.
And Chad was saying earlier, how can the Bricklink scents be any different? They are Lego bricks inside. I totally agree. And if Lego isn't going to do a modular Western saloon as a thing, this is the best I'm going to get unless it's on ideas. Like,
but Jimmy said, and I agree with Jimmy on this one, it is BS. Bricklink has pretty much just made Lego ideas obsolete. So those people who were grinding and working at it now, oh well.
So
Bricklink.
Well, then, all right, what? Bricklink's whole separate thing, doing 60 years thing. Okay. Well, then what's the opinion about buying custom sets of Western sets? Because there's so many custom people who sell their instructions. That's pretty much the exact same thing that the Bricklink, except for you don't get cool special packaging.
Well, Bricklink actually weighs their pieces and packages it properly and whatever. Like, that's the difference there. But
my issue with selling instructions is shame on the community. Let's all share them for free. Sorry. There's other ways in the community to make money off of.
Well, everyone makes money different ways. Like
that's true.
You're selling T-shirts with your stuff on it. That's your brand. Yeah. So
I kind of look at that, right? It's their art, right? It'd be like
their art.
Like if I draw a picture, does that mean I have to distribute it?
Your art for free because I'm another Lego fan.
I got you.
I get time and energy into making those instructions. Like I sat down and made the trophy thing, and that took me 2 hours.
Yeah. Those instructions, from what I've been told, are incredibly difficult time consuming to make, and that allows people who make custom things for a living, able to do it for a living. And if it means that, like, you know, I got to pay $10 to get instructions for whatever, take my money, dude. I need you to keep making this stuff because it's so cool. And why Kevin isn't in here is incredibly disappointing. So
we're 6 deep. He's been watching the whole time. There's nothing he can do about it.
well, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna drop out, Julian. So
You ain't got. I'm sorry, Haley. Did I piss you
let me
off?
join. You all have a good night.
Hey, Haley, are you mad at me?
Huh?
The silence feels more uncomfortable than an answer.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
Getting really up in arms about these custom bricklink boxes here. Oh, geez.
Yeah, it wasn't never meant for that to be it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's Kevin.
Whether you wanted to hit him here or not, that is Kevin. So there you go. Oh, now he goes. Okay, bye, Kevin. And thank you, Haley, for stopping by and being in the live room and all that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you again, Haley.
Bye, Haley.
Bye, Haley.
Wow.
In all reality, Lego's going to go wherever they can make money.
Yeah.
People are spending money on Bricklink and that, whatever they call it, bricks and pieces, or
Yeah.
I think Lego saw it, and if Lego knew they could do it, they'd obviously do it because they're a company that has a goal to make money. And if they didn't officially sanction it on their website and did it that way, then they saw it as more profitable for it to be a partnership rather than it be something they own. And I think with ideas, they have so much on their plate already, and there's only going to be an influx of more projects reaching 10,000 votes over time. I'm surprised they haven't raised that cap up to like 15,000 at this point because of so many projects that get approved that are like pipe dreams in general, not going to get made. But, you know, I think this is like Lego Ideas, like a spin-off where you can still get quality stuff from quality builders, but we don't have to wait a year and a half for a designer to take it and then refine it and put it out there and whatever. So I'm okay with it. I got the saloon because I don't think Lego is going to do Western for a very long time.
No.
And I love the idea of a saloon. Like I got a soft spot for Western for some reason.
Sure.
Maybe because I love Red Dead Redemption and I just love that era of American history. But you know, it's cool. And I got, you know, collectible minifigures from all the different series to put in there and horses and whatnot to add some more life to it. So there's that. And Chad's saying that Lego still makes money because they have to have bricks produced even to make the custom sets. And that's absolutely true as well. These bricks don't come from Bricklink themselves. They don't make them. They don't mold them and, you know, create them. So Lego is still making money. And they have said these are brand new pieces. These are not secondhand pieces. They are not buying the pieces for the sets off of Bricklink and then packaging them. They're brand new. So clearly Lego had to have known about it and been a part of it and the official custom brick and all this other stuff. Jimmy breaking my heart here. Western is never coming back. Kids don't play Cowboys and Indians anymore. It's not PC.
Yeah.
I don't think the PC aspect has as much to do with it. It's just that it's a time period that it's interesting to me, at least. I mean, from the video game realm, Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the best-selling games of the past 5 years, and that's all Western, and that's all that vibe. It's critically acclaimed, made $1 billion, and blah, blah, blah. So I think there's interest in Western, maybe not with young kids, but like I think in general, there could be something there, but clearly Lone Ranger wasn't the spark that it needed to get Western fans reinvigorated.
Yeah.
So
Oh shoot, we are on the 2-hour mark. I'm a cutter, folks.
oh,
Yeah.
just getting started. Oh,
yeah, I was going to tell you that I'm going to bail out. Fortunately, it's Monday, and I can't be like
Yeah.
have Mondays off.
But everybody, thank you so much for coming out to the Fluff and Fold tonight. We got the laundry done.
Had a great time, Julian.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks for coming. Titanium Hoosier, Bricks, Haley. Thank y'all very much. From all of us here at the Pink Bucket Nation, all of you at home, thanks for watching. And remember, gotta love those bricks. Bye, everybody.